Welcome back to Guff Stuff Weekly Podcast. I am Guff, and I am talking weird because I can. Well, anyway, have a little fun today. I'm going to be just rambling on about some holiday stuff and just wishing everybody a good holiday season. I just want to stress out. I want to stress. I don't want to stress. No, that's not the point. I really want to stress to the point that the holidays are what you make of them, guys. And I want you guys and gals and whoever's out there listening and watching to make the best of it, because that's all you can do. You can only just make the best of things. It's literally what we have control of, right? So yeah, I mean, the holidays can be stressful. I know this from a retail standpoint. I know this from a dad, from a husband. There's a lot of pressure put on me. It's probably self-imposed pressure more than anything, because I do have a tendency to put a lot of pressure on myself. But I imagine I'm not unique to this. So I imagine if anybody out there is listening, they could have the same views as I do on some of this stuff. And so we're going to kind of talk about the holidays a little bit and what they mean, and what you can take from it. So here we go. What I take from the holidays is I get to spend time with family and friends. A lot of them that I generally don't get to spend time with. And what do I mean by that? I don't mean that like the people that are local to me. I mean like the people who come in from out of town, and the customers, the old customers, friends that come in and stop by my store and just say, hey, after not being here for a year or maybe 2 years or whatever it's been. It's just nice to see those old customers again, and it's nice to see those people again. And some of them have new families, some of them have kids, some are, coming down to see their family, so they're living in a different state, and they stop by to say hi. And that I tell you what, I can't stress how important that is. That feeling you get, and it's. I don't know if it's a selfish thing, or I don't know what it's some kind of thing though. So you figure out what kind of thing it is. We'll get to there. But it's a thing that, it's just like, oh boy, it's a sense of accomplishment. I have either interacted with them or made the experience for them at this point when they were in my store enough that they're willing to stop by to say hi. During a time where they don't have to. There's no obligation. They don't owe me nothing. They're just stopping by to say hi, and that to me is pretty awesome. So I love this time of year. You never know whoever's coming through the door, whoever's going to knock at your door at home, whoever's going to text message you or phone you, or send you a Christmas card. I mean, you can do see some people still sending Christmas cards, as it turns out. It's just nice. It's really nice time of year. It's my favorite time of year for that. Some of the downfalls is just it gets a little hectic, it gets a little busy, a little stressful, trying to make sure you get everything ready for the events that you go to, whether it's the parties or the school events or the community events, whatever. It gets a little bit stressful, and yeah, it just does, and that's just how it is. And there's nothing you can do about it. The best you can do is just mitigate that by focusing on the important things in life, like just trying to figure stuff out that you need to figure out and not stress out about it. That makes sense? Yeah. So some of the ways I do that, though, is this is a time of year where it's almost too busy for regular group events to constantly continue to play in the store. This is from a store standpoint, mind you, and even in a home standpoint. It gets a little too busy for the store to constantly have the same events running constantly, because there's always lots of small other events during the holidays. Like I said, there's families get together, there's work events, there's all kinds of events that just get in the way of. I said events a lot, by the way. There's lots of things that get in the way of the regular scheduled programs, per se. And so with that, we just like to open up new board games and get new things going on, encourage new people to stop in the store. This is the time of year for you guys that maybe have considered getting out and, maybe meeting new people. This is a perfect time of year to do so. Because, honestly, on this big old rock we're floating through called Earth, through space, floating through space called Earth. That's what I meant to say. We're all together. We really are. And it doesn't really matter what we think as far as beliefs and all this and that. We're literally all here together. So this is the greatest time of year to get out, go to your local game store, go to your local Christmas events, your holiday events, whatever you want to call them, your festival events, whatever you like to call it. Get out there and go meet new people. I can't stress this enough. And if you have problems with that, come to the store, come to a local game store. This is one of the greatest ways in the world to get out and go meet people. It's so easy because in the game store we don't have a no loitering policy. We're welcome to loiter here. We have tables set up over here. We have card games. We have board games. We have war games. We have all kinds of things to do with gaming going on. We also have a very, very healthy online community that we can introduce you to. And so when it's cold, like up here where we live, it gets kind of cold and frigid up here. Sometimes just even leaving the house just sucks, and it's not fun. So go to your online Discord community, your online Facebook group, whatever it is, and just join up with your friends and just get out and meet people. Get out and do stuff with them. This is a perfect time of year because the scheduled events are tough to run because there's so many different things going on. But your one shots, your single event days, your just come in, just hangout days, this is a perfect time to do it. And I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much preaching this throughout this video and throughout this podcast is just get out there and hang out with people and just make sure that you don't let that opportunity pass you by. Because you don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know who you're going to run into. You can run into your next best friend. You can run into your next wife, your first wife, hopefully, your last. You can run into a girlfriend. You can run into just somebody you just want to hang out with. You can run into a gaming group that you get to play with for 10 years, right? You just don't know. If you don't try it and don't go out and do it, you don't know. So that's my takeaway of the holidays, right? It's not really about, there is some gift buying and there's some of this and some of that. And I love all that too. But for me, it's just getting together with my family, getting together with my friends, meeting old friends, hanging out with old friends, and just all that. That's so much more important than, some of the other commercialized holiday stuff going on. And yeah, so lots of that is done by just getting out and gaming, right? So I think that I'm going to cut this a little short. I know I wanted to go 15 minutes, but I didn't want to overkill this subject, just babble it to death. I really just want to focus on you guys having a great holiday, and happy holidays and happy Merry Christmas and stuff from the Guff Stuff team here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all you're doing. We hope that, we can keep bringing you content and stuff that you're interested in listening to. And if you want to hear more, or you want to hear different content, we're open to talking about pretty much anything. Right now, we're just kind of winging it and hoping we're talking about something you're interested in because sometimes it's tough. There's a lot of subjects out there to talk about, and some of them seem so niche and so vague that it just seems like, man, we spend 10 minutes or 15 minutes or an hour talking about something. It doesn't get anywhere. Seems like we're not getting a lot of views on that or listens. And so we want to make sure we're doing content you're all interested in. So, and stuff that we're interested in too, because honestly, if we're not interested, we're probably not going to do it. So anyway, I just want to wish you a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. So we're going to hopefully have one more this week or maybe another one at the end of this week and maybe another week. We'll try to do 2 a week for the rest of this month and just pump out a few videos because it's a good time of year to get the videos out and get the podcast up and get more listeners because everybody's kind of putting it on their mind now. And so stay tuned. Look out for us. Throw us suggestions and videos. Our next video is going to be about, our next podcast is going to be about a video game and play styles. Maybe not play styles, but a video game. We'll probably talk about a specific title, or I will, about a specific title I'm playing and what I think of it. Maybe we'll do a video game review. That's a better idea. Anyway, until next time, my name is Scott. You can call me Guff. We're signing off.